It's not gonna happen. It's literally impossible. It's like, it's this and the moon landing. I know people are mad at me for saying the football jerseys suck. Dude, they suck. Stop wearing that shit, please.
Hello readers, FHTV here to discuss why your clothes aren't getting you any girls.
In my last video, I dunked on some of my least favorite trends from 2024, and in this video, which is the promised part 2, we're going to discuss fashion trends that are going to dominate 2025. My name's Robert, let's get into it. So once again, I'll be applying my own biases here, but unlike last time, it'll be more informed by trend forecasters and some articles that I dug up on the matter. So if you don't agree, you don't have to hate me alone. You can also hate Claire Sullivan and Rebecca Jane Hill, freelance fashion editor and stylist. So as we all know, life comes in seasons. Sometimes it's spring and summer, and that's when we frolic in the sunlight and all is well and the world smells like a floral citrus aldehyde blend. You know, it's everything. Those times are everything. You know, maybe you just started seeing that girl that you've always liked, but you didn't know she was into you, but it turns out all you had to do is ask, and now she keeps telling you how much she loves you, and you know that you'll never be apart. Or maybe you just bought that grail, or you just bought that car that you've always wanted, and now you feel like you're flying and you'll never run out of sky. But you will run out of sky. And that's when you hit fall and winter. Now it turns out that girl is actually super controlling, and she's probably cheating on you, and you know, you can't prove it, but all of her friends laugh at you when you visit them. Let me get this microphone out of my chin, dude. I look like Leafy. Or that precious grail that you got snatched while you were blacked out at the club, and the car that you always wanted has 3 different oil leaks, and the heat stopped working, and now you're cold as fuck, stuck on the side of the freeway in the middle of the night, and your phone's dead. Dude, not gonna lie, I think it's been winter for a while. I think it's been winter for a fucking minute. Damn. Anyways, we're gonna split the predictions into 2 distinct categories, the ones that I just mentioned, but there are gonna be some left over, and those I'll just set aside, and we'll go through them one by one. So, starting with fall-winter 2025, because that's right in my wheelhouse and I feel like my predictions are going to be more accurate. We'll start with leather footwear. Now, I feel like we've all seen an uptick in people wearing boots, wedges, platforms, loafers, brogues. So yeah, leather footwear is elegant. It can be both simple and understated for your office gig. Some nice semi-formal loafers, or it can get as fucking crazy or maximalist. Like it can just go insane. Like you can go insane. Like globally ranked fashion motherfuckers really have so many more options to pop off and look like aliens from Mass Effect. Let's all just take a minute to look at this Ye quote and internalize it. You know, sometimes I think about this. Vintage shopping is also poised to have a huge market share. It's already an investment whale, but I feel like it's gonna sort of just tank all of the other stocks. I'm talking like vintage, luxury coats, super rare leather jackets, designer blazers, unique button-ups, nothing but layers. I mean, you're gonna drip like lasagna, dude. You're gonna be layered up. I mean, I don't like TikTok whatsoever. I prefer long form brain rot, but one thing that it has done, one benefit that I can't take away from it, is that it's really taught people about the importance of layering in terms of outfits. Next up is 80s sports vibes. I know that sounds very subjective, but really what it is it's your stereotypical pieces like varsity jackets and retro windbreakers. Now, these are making a huge resurgence this year, and it's almost like, if I had to put it into a human experience, it would be like listening to the greatest hits of Clairo and Tyler the Creator interchangeably. But with clothes though. So preppy and retro fashion seem to be here to stay. And again, vintage finds are going to be your best friend here. I mean, you can look good as fuck. For next to nothing. You don't even have to. It's so cheap. It's ridiculous. And if after you do get it, your pickup is going to be super unique and full of character. It's not just going to be that top essentials crew neck that everybody's wearing to the gym at this point, because the trend is dead. The trend is dead as fuck. Now this one might surprise you, but it's finding a cool hat, okay? Cool hats are up. And finding a cool hat is not easy, you know, especially a hat that fits in with the majority of your wardrobe. I mean, I should know, dude. I'm still wearing this backwards trucker cap. I'm always wearing baseball caps. It's because I haven't found anything. you know, that doesn't make me look like a douche or that one kid that ate all of his stationery in school. But I see people popping off with unique and stylistically cool headwear, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's like a hug from your crush, or like a nice cup of coffee after you fend off the ice cold breeze. And especially for winter, if you can get some sort of beanie or some sort of like warm, you know, people are wearing Ushanka hats and stuff. I don't know how much longer that's going to carry on for. But if you can just find something that really blends with your aesthetic and something that really just makes you look good, it highlights the outfit, dude, you're gonna be on top. You're gonna be eating, bro. You're gonna be fed. You're gonna be fed. Unlike my kids, dude, my kids are not fed. Please send me money. My kids are dying. Follow me on Instagram at @phonor_. Thank you. Speaking of fending off the ice cold breeze, my last pick for fall winter 2025 is fur. Now this is gonna be a bit controversial. I know a lot of the Greenpeace people are not rocking with fur at the moment, but I love fur. Fur hats, fur coats, fur scarves, furries. I love fur, man. I love fur. I have fur items wishlisted, multiple ones, coats, hats, everything, blankets, scarves. Just not boots though, because that's a bit of a stretch for me. But I really do think it looks so cool. I mean, it keeps you warm, it's retro, it's elegant, you know. It may be a little gauche, but listen, who cares? Who cares, man? Okay, now with that, the world turns. We face the sun, and the angle is just right by his providence, and it's spring-summer 2025. First up, we have big statement pieces of outfits. I'm talking collars, frilled collars for the atelier pursuing baddies. I'm talking huge pointy collars for the gents out there, the distinguished gentlemen among us. You also have ties, unique ones, unique patterns, vintage ties, unique cuts, big ass ties. That's what neckwear is going to be popping off, okay? There's a white wine in the ice bucket and it's a good look on us, okay? That's what I want you to envision when you put that tie on. I also see a lot of skirts, dresses, tutus, and very effeminate clothing making a resurgence. For a while, women were wearing a lot of men's clothes, but the pendulum seems to be slowly swinging back to the opposite direction. And a lot of trends seem to be leaning heavily into maximalist, effeminate aesthetics, almost exaggerating what makes them feminine leaning. Prints are also back in a big way for the summer. Not a lot of graphics. I'm wearing a graphic right now. It's dead. I'm wearing it because I never wear it. I bought it. It's a Fear of God shirt. I bought it. I don't wear it. I need to wear it because I'm going to sell it eventually. And then if I've only worn it like 3 times, what's the point? But not graphics, prints. So I'm seeing a lot of florals, I'm seeing animal prints, even whole ass murals. If you know those Gucci shirts, beautiful shirts. I can't wear them, but beautiful shirts. It's basically color galore, it's pattern galore, and it screams the 1980s. I prefer understated fashion pieces, and I prefer like darker stuff, but I know heaps of people are going to be rocking crazy colorways and patterns this summer. As for materials, linens are in, silks are in. They're definitely a major part of the discussion pertaining to what materials people want to wear. Materials as a whole, people are paying a lot more attention to the materials that their clothes are made of. Silks are probably gaining more traction for their inherent quality, durability, you know, it's always so smooth and I mean, obviously silky to the touch. It's a very interesting texture. And for linen, people are probably getting them because of the heat. You want something that's more breathable. Probably people are going to get some more rayon stuff as well, but a lot of people are into linen, and there's also like an implied European fashion trope when it comes to clothes that are made out of linen. The styling is usually more Italian leaning, you know, Mediterranean, European stuff. So if you're leaning more into that old money aesthetic, I feel like you'll probably find that a lot of the materials probably overlap there. There's also a big chance of us seeing more see-through stuff. Love it or hate it, it's here to stay. It's for sure here to stay. Now, this was making waves in 2024, even in 2023 for the people that were really early to the bus. Yeah, it's the wave is gonna break this year. They were riding the wave last year. The wave is gonna break this year. It's hitting the shore. It's about to be crazy. I'm already seeing way more dudes in fishnet tops and those like white mesh tops that kind of look like your grandma's doilies. No offense. It's always not always the best looking people that are wearing them. It's sometimes it's people that are in shape. I've seen a couple like middle-aged fat dudes wearing that shit. It's kind of scary. But hey, dude, do you want to pop off? You got the confidence? I won't take it away from you, brother. Rock your shit, dude. Do you? Me personally, I prefer covering up. You know, I don't want you to see anything but my face, really. So I'm gonna cover up. But you know, for me, really, anything but the football jerseys, please. Anything but the football jerseys. I know people are mad at me for saying the football jerseys suck, dude. They suck. Stop wearing that shit, please. Unless you love the team. If you love the team, fine. But if you're just wearing it because you see other people wearing it, dude, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Stop wearing that shit, please. Just a little bit of a rage bait there. And for general predictions that I couldn't really classify into the seasonal brackets, we have people that are taking a huge interest in fragrances. I mean, people are taking a massive interest in fragrances because of the online spaces that perpetuate it, and you know, they keep the trend running, the trend of people buying things to stand out in public and get compliments, and you know, walk up to women and instantly, you know, get some yeah. I mean, R.I.P. Jeremy Fragrance, man. Alright, what more can I say? R.I.P. Jeremy Fragrance. To me, fragrances are more of an extension of your personality, so I would consider them to be, you know, interchangeable with fashion. They're one and the same, because even fashion is really an extension of your personality. At this point, I just like to hope that people really find something and invest in something that speaks for them. Something that, you know, they're not just buying it for the sake of it being reviewed highly, and they're not just buying it for the sake of people giving them compliments. Upcycling is also an up-and-coming trend. I mean, I love it. I love it. It's been around for a while, but it's gaining a lot more traction now. And I think it's just such a creative and beautiful notion to take a piece that's, you know, it's ready to be sent to the fashion gulag, and then you just breathe new life into it. You incorporate it into other styles and clothing and pieces that you're already working on. Even incorporating unrelated items like offcuts and blankets, and people are doing all kinds of crazy stuff, man, and I love it. It's so cool, it's so creative. I'm a huge supporter. Plus there's no waste. There's like much less waste. You're minimizing how much dumping of clothes there is, so yay, I like that. Another thing that's starting to take off is smaller accessories, charms, belt buckles, patches, brooches, stuff like that. Even teeth accessories for the maximalists out there. I see you, I want to be one of you, but I'm not cool enough just yet. Now, these are all unique ways to distinguish yourself from other people that have your style sensibilities, because we may both prefer to wear a Giorgio Armani blazer, you know, layered with a cashmere coat. But I know you don't have the same preference for vintage sterling silver brooches, and even if you do, what are the odds that we both scammed and ripped off the same 65-year-old lady for the same piece? It's not gonna happen. It's literally impossible. It's like, it's this and the moon landing. Like, it's neck and neck, bro. It's not possible. Now, this may be considered low-hanging fruit because it's in all the tabloids, and I've mentioned it multiple times throughout the video. But maximalism and personalization are going to be fixed in this year's trend cycle, I'm telling you. Quiet luxury is dead and buried, like I said in my previous video. It may linger around for the rich and tasteless, like that homeless dude that you can always find in the neighborhood that all the rich people just kind of drive past most of the time, and then occasionally they give him their old clothes, and then he's just dripped out in designer on the corner without food. So for the maximalism, it's almost the equivalent, if I had to give you an analogy, it's the fashion equivalent of buying a car with vertical doors. You know, like, you want people to know. You're stunting. You want them to know. As for personalization, I feel like for most people, myself included, we're a little tired of being told what to do and what to wear by a nameless, faceless algorithm, and all of the cut, copy, paste, quote-unquote influencers that tell you to do the same thing. They kind of just perpetuate the cycle. I'm done. Feed yourself that daily slop, dude. I'm good. So we'll probably be seeing a lot more customization or unorthodox style choices and practices. It's the year for personal style to flourish and really let your individuality shine through. To be honest, even that in itself is a trend, but we'll just ignore that. Just switch off the critical thinking for a second. Let's just ignore that. But if it wasn't a trend, would it even be in this video? Question. So what did we learn here today? For one, we learned that we probably need other hobbies, me especially. Two, we learned that no one can ever truly be unique, and that almost everything is trend driven, or there's a community surrounding it, so you're gonna probably fit in with the people in that community. And if you don't, you're gonna be isolated. And three, what we wear really only depicts a portion of who we are, if we even care to do that. Remember to hydrate, always do the speed limit, and turn on your eye protection if you're browsing Instagram late at night. I know some of you are out here scrolling until fucking 3 a.m. I see you, because I'm doing the same. Okay, Peace. I love you. Sub to the channel. Follow me on Instagram @phonenoir_, and take care.